Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back and welcome to another edition. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to LeBron James Fans Say Weird Things, Part 47. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are on Part 47. And I told you, I think for the 50th edition, we're going to do another live stream for the 50th episode of LeBron James Fans Say Weird Things. And you guys know the deal, man. You guys know what this is about. It's about educating these fools out here. It's about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, and stopping the narratives, man. That's what we do when it comes to the LeBron James Fans Say Weird Things, man. We must continue to educate them and expose their nonsense and their just weird statements that never have anything to do with my videos. They can never dispute my videos because you can't dispute the facts. It's just the way it goes, ladies and gentlemen. And like I always tell you guys, we're not laughing with them. We're laughing at them. They think that they're clowning me in the comment section. They think that they're saying something witty. They think that they got me. And all they're doing is exposing their lack of overall knowledge on the topic that they're talking about. I don't understand why people continue to talk about an era of basketball that they never watched. They have no idea what was going on, but they have such strong opinions on it. It's really weird, guys. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states, man, has been supporting my channel. Much respect to all you guys out there. I want to send a special thanks out to my man KK for coming through yet again with a super thanks. Much respect to all you guys. Gundam U coming through again with the super thanks. Thank you very much to all you guys, man. Like I said, it's truly humbling for you guys to continue to support my channel. And shout out to my man Roland Curtis. All you guys out there, man. Real recognize real. Shout out to everybody in the membership, man. And you guys know what to do, man. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, welcome back to another episode of LeBron James Fans Say Weird Things, Part 47, guys. And like I said, for the 50th edition, the 50th episode, I'm going to do a live stream in honor and celebration of the weird statements that we get from these people on my videos. And as I always tell you guys, I write this stuff down word for word, the way that they put it in the comment section, so that we can make sure we get everything right for the historical record here. All right, guys? And like I said, man, you know, it really just, it never ceases to amaze me, the things that people say, how they word it. And like I said, they really believe that they got me. They really think, oh, I wrote this comment, I got him. This guy doesn't know basketball. Look, he can't answer that. He's got nothing to say. Like, they just leave these comments that they really believe they're saying something and they're not. And that's why we must continue to educate these weirdos out here. Because that's what it is, guys. LeBron James fan base is just weird. It's a weird fan base, man. It's a sad fan base. And without further ado, let's get this show on the roll here, because we got a bunch of comments to go through. And you know these videos often go long. It's probably going to be a 20, 25, 30-minute video. Probably. Let's see. But without further ado, let's get this thing started here. 50K points. Jordan could never. Bron's also the most clutch player of all time. So this comment came from that guy that keeps coming back to my channel. And his channel is called LBJ King for Life. So, you know just off the jump, if the name of your channel is LBJ King for Life, you know this person's probably 14 years old or 17 years old. They're a young person. It's not a grown-up. So we know that off the jump. This person is not an adult, not a grown-up. So with that in mind, we know they did not watch Michael Jordan growing up. They didn't watch the 80s and the 90s era of NBA growing up. They weren't around for this stuff. I even doubt how much of LeBron James' career a lot of these people have been around for. Because LeBron James has been playing for a long time. So a lot of his fan base probably only seen half his career. You guys don't even know the full story of LeBron James. But here you guys are trying to tell me about Michael Jordan. Makes no sense. But he says here, 50K points, Jordan could never. So, see, this is where the LeBron James fans go. They go to the 50,000 points. They go to the stats. They go to the longevity. And then they say Jordan could never. No, Jordan would never, because Jordan didn't have to play for 1 billion years to try to accomplish things, you know, that LeBron James is trying to accomplish. I mean, make no mistakes about it, ladies and gentlemen. You LeBron James fans. LeBron James is out there chasing Michael Jordan. Still chasing Michael Jordan. It doesn't make any sense, man. He really believes that if he keeps playing and putting up these stats, that that's somehow going to get him over the hump. When in reality, he's not winning MVPs. He's not playing defense. He's not winning any championships. So really, what are you doing to further along your legacy? And in reality, he has not furthered along his legacy like we all know. He's actually taken away from his legacy over the last 5 years or so, in my opinion. But they say Jordan could never. You know what's funny? They love to celebrate LeBron James total points. But if you say that Michael Jordan has 10 scoring titles, what will they tell you? Oh, Michael Jordan's a shot chucker. Michael Jordan just chucked up a lot of shots. That's all Michael Jordan did was score. That's all he could do was this. So LeBron James will celebrate his total points, even though he led the league in scoring one time in his career. But if someone says that Michael Jordan is the greatest scorer of all time, and then you qualify that statement by saying he has the highest scoring average in NBA's history, he has 10 scoring titles, which is an NBA record, essentially 10 straight. You highlight that, right? You back up your claim with evidence, to support this, and then they'll tell you or make up some narrative and excuse that away, dismiss it. But then they want to celebrate total points. But then they don't want to talk about the total of turnovers that LeBron James has had. Michael Jordan could never know. What Michael Jordan could never do is go 4-6 in the NBA Finals, right? That's what Michael Jordan could never do. Michael Jordan could never team hop and jump all over the place. He could never do that. Michael Jordan could never flop on the court the way that LeBron James did. Michael Jordan could never walk off the court like LeBron James had done several times. Michael Jordan could never load manage on the people, the fans that come out to support him, that pay their hard-earned money, right, to watch him play basketball, to support the team, to support Michael Jordan. He could never and would never do that. He's never done that. But meanwhile, LeBron James has done it through his entire career. And here you have these fools crying and moaning in my comment section as if LeBron James is some highly respected person or someone that should be highly respected based off of his actions. Doesn't make any sense. Like I said, you guys expose yourselves when you support someone like LeBron James and the things that he's done. So when you say 50,000 points, Jordan could never, what are we saying here? It doesn't make any sense. Like, LeBron James can never lead the league in scoring as many times as Michael Jordan did consecutively, right? He can never lead the league in scoring and be an all-defensive Player of the Year award winner like Michael Jordan did, right? LeBron James can never get a three-peat like Michael Jordan did. And Michael Jordan didn't need to stack the odds in his favor. He didn't need to finagle all these things and get all these trades and free agents and cry to the general managers and make a bunch of excuses. No, he didn't need to do any of these things. And LeBron James did all of that and still couldn't three-peat after he claimed he was going to win 7, 8, 9, 10 championships. LeBron James could never come up with a go-to move in his career. Right? LeBron James could never do any of these things. LeBron James couldn't even win an MVP at 30. He could never. He did never do this. LeBron James couldn't make an all-defensive team in his 30s. He could never. He would never. He did never. So when you talk about what LeBron James could do or what Michael Jordan couldn't do compared to LeBron James, I think we could come up with a list of things that Michael Jordan could do that's much greater than what LeBron James could do versus what Michael Jordan couldn't do. It doesn't make any sense. 50,000 points. This is what we're celebrating. Michael Jordan has 2 three-peats. LeBron James could never. And then you end it by saying the most clutch player of all time, Bronze, because they all know LeBron James personally, right? Bron is the most clutch player of all time, but you can't give any evidence to support this. What evidence do you have to support LeBron James as the most clutch player? So you're telling me the most clutch player in NBA's history always needs help? I don't understand how the most clutch player in history is always the witness to other players being clutch. So, for example, right, LeBron James witnessed the clutch play of someone like Tony Parker in 2007 NBA Finals, right, when Tony Parker won the Finals MVP, averaging more points than LeBron James. So he sat back and witnessed Tony Parker's greatness. He watched the clutch play of Tony Parker stepping up for Tim Duncan, right, stepping up for the Spurs. Right? He stood by and watched the greatness of Dirk Nowitzki in 2011. He just stood there and watched Dirk Nowitzki run roughshod over his team for 3 consecutive games, man. All right? That's embarrassing. This is what LeBron James is witnessing. So he's witnessing guys be clutch more so than he is, but he's the most clutch player of all time. LeBron James got 1 through 5. Couldn't guard Dirk Nowitzki in the 2011 finals, though, and he watched Dirk Nowitzki be clutch, right? The same way that he watched Kyrie Irving be clutch in 2016, right? The same way that he watched Ray Allen become clutch and save him in 2013. The same way that he watched Steph Curry be clutch in the Olympics, but somehow he got an MVP for witnessing Steph Curry's greatness, Steph Curry's clutch play. So all these different examples of people being more clutch than LeBron James while LeBron James is on the court. But he's the clutchest player of all time, has never hit a game winner in the finals, never once, and he's had several opportunities, but he's the most clutch player of all time. Doesn't add up. Like I said, if you need a basket or you need something at the end of a game, whatever it is, a defensive stop, you just need a leader at the end of a game. Are you taking LeBron James? Is that going to be your first pick? If let's say you had 10 guys to choose from, the greatest players, most clutch players that you can think of, the greatest leaders, the greatest winners, the greatest competitors, you think about these guys in the NBA. You put a list out. You're telling me LeBron James going to be the top of that list? You ain't going to win that game, my man. Give me a bunch of guys over LeBron James in those scenarios. Like I said, it's not just about scoring. It's about the impact in those moments. Closing games out. Being that guy. Making the real right play. Not when they say LeBron James is making the right play. That's a way for him to cover up his failures and faults in those moments. Let's go to the next one here. Most clutch player of all. I mean, think about these asinine statements. Oh, most clutch player of all time. Make a video about it, you fool. I dare you. You never would. Put your face on camera, make a video and explain it. Let's go to the next one. Show me a series where Michael Jordan beat a 73-19. My goodness gracious, man. And then the person put a bunch of question marks at the end of this. You didn't ask me a question here. You made a statement, you fool. Why did you put 3 question marks? 3 question marks when you say, show me a series where Michael Jordan beat a 73-19. Where's the question there? My God, you people are stupid. You're just stupid. There's no other way to put this. 3 question marks after a statement. I mean, my God. Come on, man. So there's another thing that LeBron James fans do. They seem to be confused with the greatness of Michael Jordan. They're so confused by it that they talk to you about the team. Who did Michael Jordan beat that won 70 games? What are we saying here? Michael Jordan's team won the 70 games. Why are you LeBron James fans not thinking about this much differently? Because LeBron James is the greatest player of all time in your minds. So then why are you talking about other teams that he's playing against? Why are there other teams that are greater than LeBron James' team in his same era? Does anyone know how think about this, guys. This is the 2017 Warriors. This is the 2016 Warriors with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. You're telling me that team, Leandro Barbosa, Andrew Bogut, Andre Iguodala, what was the other guy's name? Maurice Spates. What was the other dude? Harrison Barnes. You're telling me that team is anywhere close to the Bulls team? And that team won 70 games. How did LeBron James, Miami Heat super team, never win 70 games? How did they not win 70 games? Can anyone explain to me? I don't know they didn't win 70 games. I mean, we know one season they had a lockout shortened year because there's LeBron James. But how did that team not win 70 games? How come they were not the juggernauts? This is the point. You guys expose LeBron James in your own comments. You're talking about the 73 team, the Warriors, and you're making it seem as if, oh, LeBron James had some great accomplishment being the 73-9 Warriors. Why was LeBron James' team not a 70-win team? How did this man never win 70 games on all these super teams he played on? Can someone explain it to me? I don't understand how, but somehow, some way, LeBron James never won 70 games leading a team, even though they tell us this man's the greatest all-around player of all time. Greatest all-around player of all time. He can win 70 games, but other great players, like someone like Michael Jordan, could win 70, could pull 70 wins out. And let's think and take it a step further here. They're talking about the Warriors winning 73 games. Once again, let's think about the Eastern Conference. Let's think about how weak the East was for all of those years. So the Warriors are, in essence, getting wins. I'm not taking away from the Warriors in 2016 here. But in essence, they're getting a lot of these wins against that crap Eastern Conference, man. All right, so let's be real here. The Warriors were a very, very good team in 2016. But the win total that they accumulated was because they were chasing the wins in the regular season. The Chicago Bulls of 96, they weren't necessarily chasing the record. That wasn't what their main focus and goal was. And the reason why is because they had real leadership like Michael Jordan. There's no one on the Warriors in 2016 that's anywhere near the leadership of Michael Jordan. Not Steph Curry, guys. Not Draymond Green. Not Klay Thompson. Not Steve Kerr. None of these guys have the mentality, the mindset of a Michael Jordan. So Michael Jordan's leadership kept the Bulls focused. Remember, 72 wins, right? It don't mean a thing without the ring, right? So the Warriors, they, chasing the wins, and they got that. Great for them, man. But what did they do? What did they risk when they went for that win total? Right? They jeopardized their health of their team. They jeopardized a lot of those things, man. Because they're chasing a regular season record that does not going to amount to much unless you go all the way through. It's like the New England Patriots of 2007, right? They were undefeated in the regular season. And I'm not saying they were chasing that, but they were trying to be undefeated. It was an accomplishment. It was a goal. There was something they were trying to strive for. At a certain point, you realize, hey, we can win every game this season. They were undefeated in the regular season, guys. They did not win the Super Bowl. They did not. They lost to the New York Giants, guys. So once again, them being undefeated is not the same as the Miami Dolphins going undefeated and winning the Super Bowl on top of that. So they're never going to be in that realm. This guy's talking about a 73 team. How come the Bulls never beat? Because Michael Jordan's Bulls were the 70-win team. They were the team. Michael Jordan was that dude. Remember, guys, in the 90s, there were more 60-win teams than any other era in history. All right? This is the era that Michael Jordan was dominating. A balanced league. Eastern Conference, Western Conference. The same. The same. I did that video. I broke the numbers down to you guys. The most 60-win teams in NBA's history were in the 90s. The 90s, guys. So all these teams that Michael Jordan was beating, LeBron James don't know nothing about this stuff. All right? LeBron James ain't never had to face no team like the New York Knicks. Come on, man. Stop it. Show me where Michael Jordan beat at 70. That's your comment. Let's go to the next one here. Make no sense. And remember, he needed a suspension during that series to win that series, guys. That team is so great. The 73-win team is so great. They were losing 3-1 Eastern Conference Finals, guys, to the OKC Thunder. It took a choke job from Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook to allow that Golden State Warriors team to even make it to the finals. But you're bragging about their 73 wins? Come on, man. Let's go to the next one. Now, this comment came on a thread from another comment that I responded to. This person wanted to jump on the bandwagon here because this person's a weirdo. This guy I've seen in my comment section for years now. It's so funny to me how I'm an idiot, I'm a clown, I don't know basketball, but you guys are listening to my videos or coming back to my channel for what? It's weird. I don't understand. You want the engagement? You want a friend? I don't know what you want, a hug? So anyway, this guy says this. Remember, this is on a thread, a response to a response. Bro, LMA, hit me with the bro stuff, calling me bro. I don't like that stuff. Bro, LMAO, you're the weirdo. I bet you got MJ game-worn underwear somewhere in your house. And then he ended it with 3 crying, laughing emojis. You see what I'm saying here, guys? This is a typical response, a typical comment from a LeBron James fan. Make no mistakes about it. It's not a basketball fan. A LeBron James fan. I've never lied about LeBron James on my channel. I've never made up stories about LeBron James just to make videos. Never done this. You guys can't pull out one video. You can't pull out one statement where I lied about LeBron James, where I made up a scenario, made up a story to make a video. You can't do it. I don't just make videos to make videos. It's called setting the record straight. You guys need to look up what that means, what I'm doing here. I'm stopping the lies and the narratives. You guys don't get this. So he's out here calling me bro. He said, I'm the weirdo. And then you proceed to leave a weird comment. I'm the weirdo. I've never gone to a LeBron James channel. Never once, guys, have I gone to a LeBron James channel. Never once and left weird comments or bashed these dudes or any of this stuff. I've never done that. I've actually done more trolling. Well, I wouldn't even call it trolling. Like I said, it's called setting the record straight. I've done that more in Dreamers Pro's comments than I probably have done anyplace else, guys. I've probably done it more in his comments than I've done in my comments. Because it's hilarious to me. You know, he's a bigger channel, so he attracts more weirdos to his channel. It just baffles me sometimes when I read some of the comments in some of these bigger channels' comments. It's insane to me. But these guys will mention it. He says, I got MJ game-worn underwear somewhere in my house, somewhere in your house. How do you know this? I mean, think about your mindset, what kind of person you have to be. Just think about this. to leave that comment. Let's read it again. Bro, LMAO, you're the weirdo. I bet you got MJ game-worn underwear somewhere in your house with 3 crying laughing emojis. Does anyone believe that that was a grown-up that wrote that comment? And when you look at this guy's profile picture, man, I tell you, man, I do not try to judge people based off of their looks. None of this kind of stuff, man. I really tried not to, guys. But when I combine what you say with how you look, it all makes sense to me. It just all adds up. It just does. That's why I say LeBron James fan base, man. Y'all soft, sensitive, feminine cowards. You guys are cowards, a bunch of goofs, man. Look at these dudes and then listen to what they write. I mean, my goodness, man. This dude said I got game-worn underwear somewhere in my house. Instead of disputing the video, disputing the facts, you're talking about Michael Jordan's underwear. And why are you concerned about Michael Jordan's underwear? This is where you're going in your mind? See, you guys are projecting your own insecurities onto my channel. And that's the weird thing about this. You know that that's how you feel about LeBron James, that you do want his game-worn underwear. Okay, you're projecting it onto my channel. There's nothing in my channel that would lead you to believe that I feel that way about Michael Jordan. Not a damn thing. Why? Because I'm setting the record straight? Because I'm telling the facts? That makes me a Jordan lover to that degree where I want his game-worn underwear? I mean, these are the LeBron James fans. You're the guys with the LeBron James covers at night, the pillowcase of LeBron James' face, right? You're the ones out there. You've seen these words of the games. LeBron James does a chalk toss, and all his weird fans are there. Look at them. Look at the fans of LeBron James. They're a bunch of weirdos, little young-minded people. That's all they are, people who look like they've never played a game of basketball a day in their life. Guys like Legends of Winning. These are guys who are fans of LeBron James. Do you guys believe Legends of Winning ever played a game of basketball a day in his life, man? He never played no damn basketball. Once again, it has nothing to do with how he looks. I can tell he's never played basketball by the way that he speaks, and then I combine that with the way he looks, and that once again set it off for me right there. That's all I needed to know. This dude ain't playing basketball. Ain't gonna run his mouth and talk about guys from the 80s and the 90s. Dude, you have no clue. You're a clown, and you don't respect competition because you've never been a competitor in sports. It's just that simple. Same thing with this clown right here. He's over here talking about me in the game-worn underwear because that's how LeBron James fans are. They're all about sniffing his jaws. They're all about what my man Charles from Dreamers Pro said, slapping honey all over the place. Look at Shannon Sharp. Look at the people that support LeBron James. Nick Wright. These are not men. Does anyone think these are men? Kendrick Perkins, does he come across a grown man to you? He's a big goofy kid who don't know what he's saying. These guys have no honor, no integrity, man. They're not grown-ups. I mean, my God, man. All you got to do is look at LeBron James' fan base and it explains it all to you. Look at FYF Sports. Look at these dudes. Go James Kingdom. Look at these clowns. Chilltown Hoops. Come on, man. There's not a manly bone amongst all of them dudes. A bunch of weak kids, soft cowards, man, that never played sports growing up, don't know what it means to be a competitor. Let's go to the next one. And stop calling me bro. You don't know me. Guys, talk real crazy, talk real tough and stuff. Run your mouths, right? On the computer, on the internet. Bunch of weirdos. Now, let's get deep right here. This one's going to go a little bit long here. From 2008, 2010, 2011, 2012, the matchups against the Big Four in Boston, the Big Four in Boston, goodness gracious, man, were always legendary series. Really. Boston to LeBron was the equivalent to what the bad boys were to Jordan. I tell you, this one's good. It's insane. Got to get over the hump to win a championship. As a Heat fan, right, guys? As a Heat fan, those series and the Spurs series were wars. So you're telling me, you see the stretch, the reach that we're doing now? This is what we're doing now. This is where we're at. There's a new angle. So, LeBron James, he says, 2008, 2010, 2011, 2012, the matchups against the Big Four. The Big Four. Now, I just did a video on this. There is no Big Four. You're telling me guys who are 36, 35, and 34 years old constitute a Big Four with Rajon Rondo? Get the hell out of here. Once again, two of those guys were not even all-stars for most of that time that this guy's talking about, a Big Four. There is no Big Four. Once again, they're trying to pump up LeBron James' competition to excuse the losses that he had. So he brings up these years. He lost in 08. He lost in 09. But this dude was supposed to be the favorite in 09. He was supposed to be the favorite again in 2010, right? He was the favorite in 2011. See, LeBron James fans love to talk about being the favorite and not being the favorite, but then you're celebrating him for beating the Celtics when he was the favorite. And why was he the favorite? Because the men went and formed the super team. And then they say this. Listen to this. He says, the matchups against the Big Four in Boston were always legendary series. Boston to LeBron was the equivalent of what the bad boys were to Jordan. Hell no, we're not doing that. We are not doing that right now. We are not going to make that stretch. We are not going to start that narrative. There's no way in hell you can compare what Michael Jordan was going against the Detroit Pistons at the time, the point in time of his career that he was doing this, with the personnel he had around him, and the team that he was going against that was a back-to-back championship team that had went to 3 straight NBA finals and was in the Eastern Conference Finals for like 5 consecutive seasons. There's no way we're making a claim and making a comparison between Michael Jordan's grind through the bad boy Pistons and LeBron James leaving the grind to go to Miami. You're really going to try to make that stretch here? You guys are freaking idiots, man. I'm so tired of you fools, man. You guys don't look at reality. You don't understand basketball's history. You guys have no context, man. How are you going to compare LeBron James leaving his team to go join up with another champion? You name me the champion on the Bulls when they were going against the Detroit Pistons. Name them. Name them. There's no champion. There's no one. LeBron James ran into Dwayne Wade, who was already a champion. Who did Michael Jordan run to beat the Detroit Pistons? I'm trying to figure this out here. Where's the comparison? He literally says here, it's the equivalent of what the bad boys were to Jordan. It's not the equivalent. It's the complete opposite of what the bad boy Pistons were to Jordan. Because Michael Jordan took his own advice in 1989, in 1990, right? He took his own advice. Remember, he told Kobe Bryant to figure it out, right? He told him to figure it out. That's what Michael Jordan did. He figured it out. He was like, you know what? What I have to do is not necessarily score more or me, myself, be greater statistically. I need to get my teammates greater. I need to build them up so that they can lift me up. You see, you help your teammates help you, right? LeBron James don't get that. He wants everyone around him to conform to lift him up. How can these role guys, right, change and manipulate? They have to make all the adjustments, but you want them to lift you up. How is that possible? Michael Jordan lifted his teammates up, right? He built them up so that they propped him up. He built them up here. LeBron James don't build his teammates up, but then wants them up here. It don't make no sense, man. All right? There is no equivalent here. Michael Jordan earned it the right way. Stayed in Chicago, built up Pippen, built up Grant, built up B.J. Armstrong, developed the chemistry with Bill Cartwright, the John Paxsons, right? He pushed his teammates in practice, galvanized the team. He was coachable. He listened to Phil Jackson. He accepted a role. He took a sacrifice. The burden was on him. And he understood this because he was a true competitor. He wasn't trying to shortchange himself or shortchange the team, shortchange the fans, shortchange the game. LeBron James did all of those things. Cheated the game, cheated the fans, cheated himself, cheated Cleveland out. But you got this clown over here talking about the equivalent. Trying to talk about the battles with the Spurs and the Heat, and the Celtics were wars. I don't remember there ever being a LeBron James rules. I never remember, LeBron James rules. We can't stop this guy. LeBron James rules. The Detroit Pistons were literally beating Michael Jordan. I mean, guys, think about it. We've seen LeBron James flop all over the court. We've seen LeBron James lay on the floor for minutes at a time because someone grazed him. Do you guys believe that LeBron James is making it through a Detroit Pistons series? Do you guys really believe he's doing this? It doesn't make any sense, man. He didn't have the overall game to go against a team like that. And once again, the conditions that Michael Jordan was dealing with, LeBron James knows nothing about this stuff. That was supposed to be LeBron James' grind. That was supposed to be his Detroit Pistons. But he did not stay there and grind it out. That's why I talked about in that video a long time ago. I said, LeBron James claims to know Michael Jordan as a child, to look up to Michael Jordan, all of these things, be like Mike. But you don't know Michael Jordan's story? You don't know his career? You don't know the path that he had to go through? You don't seem to get it. Because every time that LeBron James had the ability or the chance to do something like Michael Jordan would do, he did the opposite of what Michael Jordan would do. He left here. He left there. He promises these guys at Miami Heat, he promises them all these championships, and then he bails on you guys. So this person says, as a Heat fan, so you're a Heat fan and you come with this comment? You're not a Miami Heat fan. You're not a Heat fan. Because once again, how could you really be a Miami Heat fan and respect what LeBron James did and celebrate this and make the comparison between the Miami Heat going against the Boston Celtics, LeBron James battling against them on his super team, and Michael Jordan going against the Detroit Pistons on a team that he had to actually wait for guys to develop and build camaraderie and cohesion? I mean, playing in an actual system. That's not LeBron James. You guys don't make any sense. And this dude promised you guys not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, 7, or 8. He promised all these championships, never delivered for you guys. And you're a LeBron James fan. You're not a Heat fan. You're a LeBron James fan. I'm going to tell you guys, these people are not fans of basketball. They're only fans of LeBron James. But he's trying to qualify his statement by saying, I'm a Heat fan. You're not a Heat fan. I've talked to real Heat fans. They don't respect that clown LeBron James. He bailed on y'all, trying to get Eric Spoelstra fired, who's y'all coach for all these years. You respect that? He didn't get along with Pat Riley, but you guys respect LeBron James? You're going to come here and talk about, I'm a Heat fan, man, and those wars are... You sound ridiculous. You sound like an idiot. There's no Heat fan that's going to come to the comment section and make a stretch that LeBron James going against the Boston Celtics on his super team is equivalent to Michael Jordan going against the Pistons on his team. That is insane. Insane. LeBron James had to learn how to win championships from Dwayne Wade. He had to learn how to win from Pat Riley. He had to learn it. Michael Jordan didn't have to learn that stuff. He was prepared. He was ready. He was the leader. LeBron James was not. He wasn't. So LeBron James getting past the Boston Celtics in 2011, guys. Who was the leading scorer in that series, guys? Do you guys remember? It was Dwayne Wade. The man averaged 30 in that series. That was the first time LeBron James got past Celtics. Dwayne Wade averaged 30. Can anyone tell me what Scottie Pippen averaged when the Bulls beat the Pistons in 91? Wasn't 30, I'll tell you that. I had a couple more written down here, but you see this video's gone super long. I know sometimes I ramble a little bit too long on certain comments, on certain topics, but I get branched off into stuff, man. I'm actually disgusted right now with the last comment that I read off. This is where we're going now. This is where we're going. We're going with the Boston Celtics versus the Miami Heat now is the equivalent of Michael Jordan's Bulls versus the Detroit Pistons now. This is what we're doing. We're saying that was LeBron James' grind. He had to get over the hump. He never got over the hump. That was the whole point. He didn't get over the hump. He had to run to Miami to get over the hump. That's not the same thing. And that's why no one respects those championships, guys. Nobody does, except for the LeBron James fans. Not even Miami Heat fans necessarily respect those championships. Not saying they don't count, but come on, guys. Do you respect those championships more than the 06 championship? Come on. Like I said, once again, what are we doing here? And remember, the Miami Heat went to 2 NBA Finals since LeBron James left there without Dwayne Wade. Eric Spoelstra exposing LeBron James even further. So as you guys can see, LeBron James fans say weird things. Part 47. It just makes no sense. I mean, now, like I said, now we're trying to say that Michael Jordan going against the bad boy Pistons and the Jordan rules is the equivalent of LeBron James going against the Celtics on his Miami Heat super team. That must have been a Nick Wright thing. I don't know, man. This is insane, guys. Much respect to all you guys out there, man. Thank you to all the true supporters of my channel. It really means a lot. You guys coming through the Sunday lives. Like I said, always supporting us. You guys coming through with the donations, the comments, the emails. It really means a lot, guys. Much respect to all you guys, man. You guys know the deal. I'll catch you guys on the next one.